Hi, my name is Ragna the bloodedge. I'm in double S class rebel. Let me tell you how I ended up at Ikaruga. When I was little, I was confined in a lab along with my younger siblings, Jin and Saya. However, we were rescued by a cat beast man named Jubei, one of the 6 heroes. After being rescued by Jubei, we were dropped off at a church to get taken care of and had a good time. Days later, Saya became ill and I watched over her. Soon after that, the church started to burn down and saw my brother Jin and a man named Yuki Terumi who was responsible. I don't know why and what was going on, but when I tried to go after them, Jin cut off my right arm with his sword and got away with Saya. Moments after being left for dead, a mysterious vampire bit me to save my life. Then I was later found by Jubei and became his disciple while replacing my right arm with the Azure Grimoire. So I started to train for a few years and I was being watched by Rachel, the same vampire who saved my life. After my years of training, I was given by my master a weapon called a blood scythe and a crimson jacket that belongs to one of the heroes and started my journey ordered by my master. During my travels, I went city to city to destroy all controlling organization branches just to find Yuki Terumi. Ever since those moments, I became a criminal with a high bounty and became known as the Grim Reaper. After all those travel, I headed into another city called Kagutsuchi to find Terumi in one of the kilns owned by the organization. After entering into Kagutsuchi, I started to run into various random people. Some were my enemies, people that were after my bounty, and others that are annoyingly trying to be friends with me. While I was roaming around the city, I met a girl named Noelle who was curious about me. Then I confronted Jin after I entered the cathedral. We started to battle each other out, and I felt very angry because of what happened during these past years. After a moment of battle, I won and left Jin alive out of pity. So I started to wander once again. But when I started to bump into Noelle several times, I started to learn a few things about what's going on. Even though I didn't trust Noelle like the others, she tries to be nice and even saves me and one of the kiln from New 13 that looked like my sister trying to knock me out. Then Rachel came in to tell me more info about the situation. Just then, Yuki Terumi appeared in front of me and the others, then started to pick a fight with him. We gave everything that we have, but we still couldn't scratch him. And he got away after that, and the kiln started to collapse, but we managed to escape despite how slow Noel's legs were. After that, I heard a voice that came from a female scientist named Kokonoe who told me not to fight Terumi, but I ignored and moved on without bother. After I heard that Noelle was taken, I ran all the way to the spot and confronted Terumi once again. When I started to battle, my Azure Grimoire powers was neutralized, and Terumi told me that it was locked away by the original. But despite that, I still fight till the end. During the battle, another android named Lambda charged in and risked her life to save me. Then Lambda became one with my arm and learned the Idea Engine activation. After activating the Idea Engine, I've got my powers back and managed to defeat Terumi for good. After the battle, I saved Rachel from being trapped in the magic space by Terumi and ran down to the bottom floor where Noelle was. Then I fought against Noelle, with Jin fighting alongside with me to snap her out of it. During the battle, I used the last of the Idea Engine's power to bring Noelle's mind back, which made me lose an arm. Just then, Yuki Terumi appeared again with another guy named Relius Clover standing next to it. 3 seconds later, another enemy showed up and calls herself Hades Izanami, who also has the same face as my sister. After that confrontation, me, Jin, and Noelle became determined to get stronger and left. Lastly, I started my journey to Ikaruga along with one of my annoying companion named Kaokaka. And then that's how I ended up in the city of Ikaruga to continue my adventures and to stop Terumi and Izanami from their tracks and continuing on their own plans. So, goodbye.